18 up to 7. It gives us great pleasure to welcome our colleague from 2GB, Ray Hadley, to the 3AW microphone. Ray, good morning to you.
Well, I feel like I'm in the presence of radio royalty. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
You were just telling us that you broadcast the game last night, obviously on 2GB, but also on 4BC into Brisbane. So is that a hard balancing act?
Yeah, because I got emails this morning accusing me of being biased towards Queensland as a New South Welshman, and emails from Queenslanders saying you're biased against us. So, yes, it is a balancing act. And you know, I am a New South Welshman, but I made a decision 30 years ago when I started broadcasting football, particularly in Sydney, that I wouldn't support any team. And I've tried to adhere to that even with state of origin. Sometimes it gets a bit emotional, but last night it was a wonderful occasion. I've been an opponent about bringing games to Melbourne. I think that it should have been the domain of New South Wales and Queensland. But I'm sorry, I'll have to withdraw and retract, because 91,500 people last night tells me that the MCG deserves an origin match every couple of years.
When we turn on the wireless to 2GB this morning, are we going to hear you withdraw and retract on 2GB or just on 3AW?
It won't be as shameless as that. You know the rules. I'll hedge my bets, but I will say basically the same thing, yeah.
Why do you think Melburnians go to sporting events more so than New South Welshmen? I've often heard New South Wales people say, oh, but we do stuff. We sail on the harbour and all that. You Melburnians just watch stuff. What do you say about that?
Well, I think that's a misnomer. I think that Melbourne is the sporting capital of Australia, as is evidenced by the VRC Carnival, by the Spring Carnival. I'm a racing person through and through, and I wouldn't ever attempt to say that New South Wales or even the Winter Carnival in Brisbane usurps what happens down here. And look, I've called boxing matches. I've been here to do other sporting events. And it's just the culture. The culture of Melbourne is that people aren't watchers on TV. They're goers. They're doers. They get out there. And that's what happened again last night.
Ray, there's a rumour that from time to time you've been known to hold an opinion. Will you be opining this morning on the subject of the noise during the moment's silence for Ron Clark?
I opined on it last night. I was absolutely devastated. And to quantify it, we've got 91,513 there. We've got 13 imbeciles. 13 absolute imbeciles yelling out, "Go Daly Cherry." I mean, if there had been a copper within arm's length, they should have lumbered the imbeciles, put them back out to wherever you put people out of the MCG, and sent them on their way. I took great offence at the absolute lack of class and dignity for one of the truly great Australians who passed away yesterday. And if any of those people happen to be listening to 3AW today and you're still in some sort of numb state from last night, hang your head in shame. It was an absolute and utter disgrace. And 91,500 people behaved, 13 imbeciles carried on like dapes, and it was embarrassing, really embarrassing.